Our winning driver and star of our TV show this year is Anthony Cow. My facts sheet tell me that he won this by 17 points over somebody called Simon Belcher, who I'm not sure of.
So the final rally of the season was the Hall Trophy stages at Blyton. Tone had to enter this because there was another competitor, Simon Belcher, was also entering. And if Simon started the rally, he'd gain enough points to win the championship. So that forced Tone's hand, he had to go along and start the rally too. If they both started, Tone would win because he was ahead on points. Now before the first stage had started, we'd heard that Simon's car had a fuel problem, so he was unable to start anyway.
In the Dukeries Championship, if we start, then we get points anyway. But the East Midlands Championship, I think finishing is going to be necessary to put us up on the tarmac. Potential of 4 trophies there this year, which isn't bad. First year out.
Good.
The oldest, least well set up car.
Yeah.
Championship. So.
You got new wheels?
I've got some new old wheels. Sunglasses and a woolly coat. Yeah. That rally people. Depends if you.
This is a bit of a running theme. The car keeps spinning out, always when it's coming into a chicane or when it's under braking. And so Tone has assumed that it was the brake bias valve, so he's always been playing with the brake bias valve. And we actually discovered later on this wasn't necessarily the case. There was something else.
Going all right?
Yeah. So we swap them after 2 and then swap them after 2 this afternoon.
What happened at the end, Tone?
Yeah. Too much rear bias again. No.
Is it?
Yeah, because we took the handbrake out last time for Donington, and we put a different bias valve back in, and it's one I'm not used to. The other one, it's dead easy. It's got, you turn it, it says left brake, more brake. This one's a linear one. Instead of being a knob, it's an actual like a switch, which is either back or then it's got positions. I think it was full on, so try it straight up. It's got to be halfway, so.
you'll have more pull on the
We took quite a few there.
Yeah. It was a bit congested up the top end of the track. It was about 3 abreast at one point, but I'm not so sure if the micro saw us or not, but we got past, so didn't hold us up too much. But yeah, it's good, that one. A lot better with it being a longer stage. 4.5 miles, that one. So, it felt a lot longer than the other one, even though it was only a mile longer. So. But yeah, it's all good.
Hey Steve.
They just putting the lights on the car. It's too dark now to do anything without lights, so probably should have had them on for the last one, but it wasn't too bad, so just putting them on now for the last 2 stages.
Well, the last stage,
Yeah.
it was okay. It's surprising just how much the darkness drawing in hampers your distance perception. Because you can see it, just braking is a lot more, even though we've just done the same stage, it was, you know, you think, oh well, we know where we're braking, but you just, it's surprising how much it changes when you're going fast. You know, you think, oh well, I can see to there, but then when you're travelling, it's not there, is it? It's there. So we'll see if these spotlights work. If not, it might be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, we're not going to have any.
What are you doing?
Just tightening the diff cover up. Hopefully for the last time in a while.
Right, this is a really good time to explain why Tone keeps spinning. Turns out it's not his fault. Come on, Dave. You can do the talking. It's something to do with a diff, apparently. So we discovered that Tone's been running around in a diff that's been off a drift car or something, and we didn't realise this until the year had completed.
So basically, the Sierra has a viscous diff in it, and it's been away and had the fluid changed. I think it's 280 newton meters of forcing it to slip. So basically when it was wet conditions or slippy conditions, it was just pushing on all the time, the Sierra.
It's not turning in brilliantly, but...
So we opted for a Tranex, plated, and that's now 90 Newton meters, so it's braking,
Like a third
yeah.
of the force.
So it's allowing one wheel to spin slower than the other on tight turns and allow it to turn in a lot better. Before
Okay.
it was both wheels were locked together until 280 Newton meters of force was across it. Basically, because you've got both wheels trying to push you on still, trying to go at the same speed, it just won't turn in. You feel like you're trying to push on even on braking. You can see how sticky that's supposed to be liquid.
We're trying to fit the wiring underneath the inlet manifold, but obviously it's quite tight. There's not a lot of space in there, so hopefully we don't break them. Oh, why didn't I take these out before I put these on? This is a bit where you don't want to drop anything in the engine, that's why it's concentrate time.
You seem to have dropped some blue tissue in the engine.
Your idea of this, Dave, is
If the inlet manifold fits,
well,
not that.
it is if you still can't plug the f***s in, it doesn't matter if it fits.
I mean, do it. I can do that one.
Problem is, I'm still going to run around the side of that other injector. That's what I'm worrying about. I use these after you've got them in, thanks.
Just wondering about when this is going to get repaired.
That is repaired. That's better than it was.
What?
He's having a dig at me. That's where he's going with this. When I cleaned up your scuttle panel and found that I shouldn't have done.
Toast it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was a bit of pressure because we're right up against the deadline of a rally.
Now, Andrew suspected from the start that there was an issue with the injectors.
After a bit of fault finding, we thought, right, the only way to actually prove that it's an injector is to put some sort of fuel substitute in the intake. If it runs on that, therefore it's getting no fuel from the injectors. Simple.
So that's an extinguisher, that's what I need you then.
Yeah. So yeah, brake cleaner was used. A little squirt up the inlet.
We tried to put a little bit of fuel through the air intake to see if the car would fire up.
Basically, it was an engine that's been sat in a shed for 10 years.
Hey! Sounds to me like...
Cosworth lump, we didn't know whether it worked. It should work, but you always get some sort of problems when you're trying to fire a car up.
Everywhere?
And Dave's there trying to blow it out.
Why is it...
These things are sent to test us. There's no fuel getting to the cylinder.
So
So the amount of fuel at the injector's like a valve. It's not letting the fuel pass, so it could be seized. We know there's fuel on the fuel rail, but it's not actually getting into the cylinder.
Smaller injector. Smaller extension, please. Vocabulary is seized.
if it's injector seized, what's the solution?
There isn't really a quick solution to that.
Just get
New set of injectors.
Everybody that has a rally car, they spend so much money on getting these things ready. All the preparation that goes into it, you don't get any of that back. And so it's a lot of stress. And here, they've already invested a lot of time and a lot of money on trying to get this engine fitted and get it tuned up, ready for this rally to happen this weekend, 2 days' time, and the stress is starting to show. Andrew persists with it though, and he's still hearing him in the background saying it's the injectors, it's the injectors. And he was right.
Oh, no.
Right, 2's firing. Right, that one's firing.
Well, the best way to do it, yeah, unplug them.
That's fine, that one works. We'll unplug them bit by bit.
And just smack the injectors.
That one's working.
Stupid people.
That one's not.
Say,
Should probably have to.
so if I was you, Anthony, would I not only run good fuel, I'd also want to run injector cleaner. And also run this mildly rich, because if one's lazy, you can end up burning something. So you do it rich.
Get burnt
Both
easy.
do it rich.
You just get flames out of the back and find it.
Finally, the engine's running.
We put the coils back as they were, and
Yeah.
I think he changed the firing angle by 90 degrees, which had no change of the coils by 90.
We've got it going, or they've got it going. I've not done anything to it. After an hour or two of problems, looks like the engine's a good one. What was that?
It's gonna be good.
When they were running the old engine, they had less than 140 brake horsepower. Now, they've got 220.